Which is the best laptop to buy under 50,000 rupees? Now, this is a question that you guys have been asking us for a long time. Well, it's time to answer that. After hardcore long hours of research, we finalized these 6 laptops because these are the best on paper to test them and give you our opinion. So these are the laptops: the MSI Modern 14, Lenovo IdeaPad Slim 3, Asus VivoBook 14, Lenovo IdeaPad Gaming 3, HP 14S, and the Asus VivoBook K15 OLED. Now, the video is divided into these categories: the best work laptop, best for gaming, and the best overall laptop under 50,000 rupees. So let's go. Before we start, I want to give a huge shout out to Image Candy, which is a great online photo editor. It has all the tools you need. You can convert images, resize them, compress them, remove the background, convert image to PDF, rotate a photo, flip it, crop it, and do a lot more. There's even batch processing available for most tools. Plus, what I really like is that the UI is simple to use and it is fast and snappy. Image Candy is totally free, no watermarks or ads, no limits on file size. So yeah, it's super handy. Check it out from the link below. So for every section, I'm going to show you the key specs of the laptop, why I chose that specific laptop as the best, how is it in terms of upgradability, and the cons, which is very important. So there are a lot of good work laptops under 50k, but the best one for sure is the Asus VivoBook 14. These are the key specs of the laptop. Yeah, this comes with Intel's 12th Gen Core i3 chipset. In fact, it's the only laptop with the latest 12th Gen Intel chipset in this price range. And I also like that it has a 512GB SSD. So why the Asus VivoBook 14? Key specs aside, the biggest reason is the fact that this brings the best performance out of all the laptops. Here is a comparison of the Cinebench scores, and you can see that the VivoBook 14 scores the highest. Now here's a comparison of the Geekbench scores, and again the VivoBook 14 does the best. Now what's important though is that the real world performance in this laptop is great. We faced no issues at all, and Anmol from our team has been using this as his daily driver for almost 10 days now, and the performance is the absolute best here. And I like the fact that this is a very lightweight and portable laptop, which is important in a work laptop. The display is also positive considering the price range. It's anti-glare with fairly good brightness and sharpness. The color accuracy isn't the absolute best, but overall I'll rate this display as good. Another big factor in this being the best work laptop under 50k is the keyboard. This has the best keyboard out of all the laptops we've tested. There's good key travel and we were able to type super fast on it. And it also has a very satisfying sound to it. When it comes to battery, it usually lasts for around 4-5 hours with constant use, which is not the best, but for this price range, I'd say decent enough. Apart from this, there are a lot of things I like about this laptop. The touchpad is decently sized and responsive. There's a physical camera shutter, which is a nice touch. Dedicated keys to block camera and mic. And you know what? The speakers are the loudest among all the laptops, although the quality is decentish. In terms of upgradability, it's decent enough. The VivoBook 14's existing 8GB RAM is soldered, but it has an additional RAM slot. As for the SSD, that is upgradable, so good. Coming to the cons, this variant of the Asus VivoBook 14 does not have a backlit keyboard. Ports are fine, but there's no microSD slot. Another point is that the hinge can feel a bit too tight and you can't open the lid with one hand. This is, by the way, true for most laptops in this segment. Now, if you do want a microSD slot and a backlit keyboard, the next best option is the MSI Modern 14. But if you ask me, the VivoBook 14 is just better than the Modern 14 on most fronts. The best gaming laptop under 50,000 rupees is pretty clear. It's the Lenovo IdeaPad Gaming 3. Now this is slightly higher than 50k at 53,000 rupees, but this is the only option. So this has a 10th Gen Core i5 chipset, but more importantly, it's the only laptop in this segment with a proper GPU. The Nvidia 1650 GPU with 4GB VRAM. The screen is also 120Hz display, which should be great for FPS games. Next is why this laptop. See, at 53,000 rupees, this is a laptop that brings decent gaming performance for the price. So Akshay was testing this gaming laptop and he mostly played Apex Legends and COD Warzone, and the game performance was good. To give you an idea, the FPS in Apex Legends was around 90 with the game set to a mix of low and medium settings. COD Warzone got an FPS of around 70 with the graphics again mixed between low and medium settings. Now FPS apart, what's important is that the game performance was mostly good. Now as for AAA titles, this laptop handles them pretty well but at low settings. This is Far Cry 5 on low settings and 1080p resolution, and the FPS is around 60-70, which is good for a gaming laptop in this price range. We also played some Elden Ring, which is more intensive, and at FHD and low settings we got frame rates around 40. As for thermals, the laptop does not heat up too much while gaming, so I think they've got the thermals down well. The keyboard, especially the WASD key area and the palm rest, don't get uncomfortable to use while gaming. Now one point to note, there is an exhaust vent on the right, and since that's where the mouse hand goes while gaming, it throws heat directly at your hand, which can get a bit uncomfortable. Apart from that, it's a big and bulky laptop which is expected for a gaming laptop, but I like that the design is clean and the little Lenovo branding is not too in your face. I also like that you can open the lid with one hand and there's a physical switch for blocking the webcam. The keyboard is backlit and has a full-size inverted T-arrow key layout, which is nice. When it comes to upgradability, I think this is the best laptop among all. So this is easy to open, has an additional RAM slot along with the one that's already being used. You can also upgrade the SSD and there's even an HDD bay too. What I don't like about this laptop is that the screen is not the best in terms of brightness. See, the screen seems good enough for a gaming laptop, but yeah, the brightness is a dull point. I'm also not a big fan of the trackpad's off-center placement. The speakers are also very average and the battery lasts for 2-3 hours, but for a gaming laptop at this price, I don't think these are huge deal breakers. So which is the best overall laptop under 50,000 rupees? A laptop that does everything pretty well. I personally think this is also the best option under 50k for students. I'm talking about the Asus VivoBook K15 OLED. So these are the key specs of the laptop. Yes, it has an OLED display, 11 Gen Core i3 CPU and all the other usual specs. Now what makes this the best all-round laptop? So why the VivoBook K15? The biggest highlight, if you ask me, are the display and the speakers. See, the OLED display is just amazing and better than every other laptop display in this price range. It has great colors, great brightness, and you know what? Then there are the speakers, which are fairly loud and even better in terms of details and clarity compared to the fairly good VivoBook 14 speakers. So the multimedia experience here is the best, and that's the reason I said this makes sense for students. The performance is also lagless most of the time. Upnishad from our team was testing this as his daily driver and he encountered no lag with multiple Chrome tabs, photo editing and whatnot. The heat management is good too. Apart from this, it's a pretty lightweight laptop and I also like the small size charger Asus bundles with this. The battery life is around 5 to 6 hours and the laptop takes 2.5 hours to fully charge. The keyboard is also backlit, which is nice, and I like the fingerprint scanner in the trackpad. As for the upgradability, the VivoBook K15 OLED is kind of a mixed bag in terms of upgradability. So this just has this one RAM slot where there is the existing RAM, but you can replace this and upgrade the RAM. The SSD is also upgradable and there is a 2.5-inch HDD bay. So remember I said what makes this the best all-round laptop? The fact that this does not have any big negatives. I mean, the trackpad size is a bit small, but it's smooth and responsive. The webcam quality isn't very good, but that's a problem with all these laptops. So like I said, very few negatives and not big ones. Now that's the reason why this is the best overall laptop under 50k. Now let me quickly tell you why we did not choose these other laptops that we tested. Well, the HP 14S has a very good battery life lasting for almost 7 hours on one charge, but the performance was laggy at times, so can't really recommend that. The Lenovo IdeaPad Slim 3 is also something we did not recommend because the display is just not good enough. It's dim and looks very washed out. Yeah, not good. Also, unlike other laptops with 8GB RAM that actually provide at least 7GB, the Lenovo laptop shows 5.8GB RAM in totality, which runs out quickly, and yeah, this is strange. There's also the Realme Book Slim we were considering because its price can even go lower during sales, and it has a good design, nice screen, very good keyboard, but the battery life was average for us, and recently its touchpad stopped working suddenly, so yeah, not in contention anymore. But that was it. You guys wanted this video and we did it. So make sure to hit like and share this video because I know laptops under 50k is a hot topic. Also subscribe to our channel for more amazing tech videos and that bell icon needs to be clicked, tapped, whatever. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. नए iPhones की डिटेल्स लीक हो चुकी हैं। इस बार के iPhones काफी एक्साइटिंग होने वाले हैं। 4 नए iPhones आ रहे हैं, iPhone 14,